national anthem, La Marseillaise.
La Marseillaise.
Okay, Vaishu. The French national anthem was written by Claude-Joseph Roquette de Lisle in 1792 and was a response to the declaration of war by France against Austria. It was adopted as the Republic's anthem in 1795 and acquired its nickname La Marseillaise after being sung in Paris by volunteers from Marseille marching to the capital.
Stop your children of our motherland, your day of glory now is here. See the bloody flag of oppression raised against us, tyranny's near. Raised against us, tyranny's near. Oh, can you hear how in the field the dread clamor of soldiers' alarms? They're coming straight to your arms, sworn to kill your husbands, wives, and children. To arms, your patriot hearts. Arise, battalions form. March on, march on. Let blood so vile be spilled till victory's won. There are some incredibly influential French people in the 19th century. For example, Louis Pasteur was one of the most important scientists of the time. Louis Pasteur was a chemist and the founder of microbiology. Microbiology is the sect of science that studies microorganisms and their influence on the world. He concluded that microorganisms were the basic cause of disease, and using this, he was able to develop his germ theory of disease, which concluded that microorganisms in our food and drink cause disease. He found the practice of pasteurization, which is founded on the idea that you can heat up milk, or any other food for that matter, in order to kill bacteria and make it safer to consume. He also founded the germ theory of fermentation, which states that microorganisms, such as protists, are the cause of fermentation in food. In addition, he created vaccines for anthrax and rabies. Finally, he disproved the spontaneous generation of life theory and instead stated that microorganisms can reproduce.
Coco Chanel was a legendary icon whose reach went further than just fashion. Raised in difficult conditions, her mother died, and her father, who worked as a peddler, basically a drug dealer, put her in an orphanage. It was there where she learned from nuns how to sew. At age 20, she became involved with Etienne Belson, who offered to help her start a millinery business in Paris. She soon left him for his even wealthier friend, Arthur Capel. Both men were instrumental in financing her first fashion venture. In the 1920s, she created Chanel's Little Black Dress, taking a color that was once associated with mourning and turned it into something wearable and chic. In 1925, she created the revolutionary Chanel suit, with a collarless jacket and a well-fitted skirt. In a time where women were still expected to wear garments like corsets, this suit contained elements of menswear and was yet both stylish and comfortable.
There were many innovations from France that revolutionized the way the world works. For example, the stethoscope was made by René Théophile Hyacinthe Laennec. This invention came to be when Dr. Laennec had an overweight female patient and did not feel comfortable placing his ear on her chest to check her heartbeat, which was a standard practice of the time. Instead, he used a rolled-up piece of paper and evidently magnified the sound of her heartbeat. Building upon this idea, he extended the stethoscope by using a wooden tube, which was much more sturdy. Other scientists in the future built upon and improved this design, forming the base of the modern stethoscope.
Another innovation by the French is Braille. Louis Braille was blind and attended school for the blind in 1819. There he learned of a system of tangible writing using dots invented by Barbier, a French army officer. This system was used in the army and was called night writing for nighttime battlefield communications. When he was only 15, he extended this to develop a 6-dot cell system. Over time, this developed into the 63 different dot patterns we see today. 1,000 years of glorious history.
A single culture veiled in mystery.
3 revolutions of change underway.
Liberté, égalité, fraternité.
Thank you for visiting France, the nation of dreams, bloody murder, and losing every war you fight, even if it's against yourself.